Konnichiwa, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to be talking about content marketing. Eigo desu. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. This is the 7th year of the Sales Japan Series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku here in downtown Tokyo. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. Plus, Stop Wasting Money on Training in Japanese, Training de Okane o Mura ni suru no wa yamemashou, and all are available on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive and, even better, thrive in business. 1. Sell more and do it more easily. 2. Exceed your targets. In fact, blow up your targets. 3. Make some serious money. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 357, and today we are talking about, will my content marketing be swamped by ChatGPT? Content marketing has been around for many years now and is an accepted way of appealing to clients. Thought leadership and intellectual property are given away for free to establish our credentials with the buyers. If we show how knowledgeable we are, prospective clients will choose us over our rivals. So, for many years now, blogs, books, podcasts, magazine, newspaper articles, videos, Medium articles, social media posts, white papers, surveys, and numerous other tools have been at the vanguard to prove we are experts in our fields. This has required a lot of hard-earned experience and an ability to communicate that experience to others. Then, ChatGPT turns up and opens up a floodgate of content for people who are vying with us for the client's attention. ChatGPT is a vast curator of knowledge from the entire world, and it is unbelievably fast at churning it out. How can one person compete with that? Our rivals can go to ChatGPT, then tweak the content and pass it off as their own efforts. Our clients probably cannot tell the difference. In a lot of cases, perception is everything. If the buyer sees you are pumping out vast quantities of content, they will conclude that you're an expert in this area, even though the chances are strong that they will never even read the content or not very much of it. ChatGPT can become the great equaliser between competing firms in the content marketing department. This is real for me. I have 6 books published, 1,779 podcasts, and 652 video show episodes released, over 3,000 articles on LinkedIn. I am sure others will also have substantial resources released out into the wild to prove expertise in certain areas. What can we do about all of this? The answer is differentiation. ChatGPT and other similar engines are good at collecting and synthesizing information. At this point, it is generated in quite a recognizable style and tends towards the generic. ChatGPT so far is not great at distinguishing the quality of the content. It also makes things up and lies, which the industry has cleverly marketed as hallucinations. I quite like bald-faced lies. as the preferred descriptor. How can you trust a machine which cannot differentiate between fake and real content and can only collect and collate it? Because it is synthesizing vast amounts of content, the style tends to be a bit utilitarian and dull. This is where we have an advantage still. We have examples, stories, happenings we have witnessed firsthand from our specific component of the industry, and we can include these in our content. The specificity means it is hard for ChatGPT to collect the information, as this is personal to us and we have never published it anywhere as yet to be swept up and homogenized by the machine. There's also a gap between when we publish it and when ChatGPT can get its hands on it. Find out more when we come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public courses, but we also do custom in-house programs, as well as we do them in both Japanese and English. We do them face-to-face in our super safe classroom, and we do them live online. The show today is being brought to you on the 6th of September, our Dale Carnegie course. That's our flagship program. We will do a 3-day version starting on the 7th of September and an English version on the 14th of September. Go to our website at www.dale-carnegie, carnegie.co.jp. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, which in Japanese is Zaegyo. This is the Bible for selling in Japan. Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muru ni Sunu wa Yamimashou, and all are available on Amazon. If you like learning by watching videos, we have nearly 2,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show on Japan every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from small and medium enterprises all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. There is also our style. A competitor telling ChatGPT to write something in the style of Dr. Greg's story is certainly possible, but all they are doing is reinforcing my content and my expertise. Dr. Greg's story also has 100% control over his style, and he can vary it as well with no qualms or permissions. I try to write my content such that someone reading it will recognize the style as mine. I write in a very informal style, often using slang, and I quite like idioms and alliteration. These are not complete moats, which will deny people from copying me, but how many people in my industry are going to try and reproduce me? You have to be interested in Japan, leadership, sales, communication, presentations, and diversity, equity, inclusion. That is an incredibly small circle of rivals. For most of us in business, this will be the case. We'll have relatively few rivals in the content marketing world in our specific area of expertise. Even for famous authors and influencers, there have always been copycats and people trying to rip their stuff off, and yet they are still going. For all of us, we see so many attempts to fool us with social media, spewing out constant phishing attacks, deep fakes, etc. But we want the real McCoy. We get upset when we are fooled into buying something that is not what it is supposed to be. If we get a ChatGPT fake version of a favorite writer or a thought leader's content, are we going to be happy? Are we going to be satisfied with an avatar or a deep fake trying to pass itself off as someone we admire in an attempt to fool us? If you cannot write and have limited intellect or a parsimonious business experience, then ChatGPT will certainly be of help. The problem is, after people meet you, they find you cannot write and that you have limited intellect or parsimonious business experience. You get the meeting through subterfuge of clever repackaging, but the reality is still the reality. Either you have the real goods or you don't. If you have them, then you don't bother with ChatGPT fakery and trying to pass yourself or something you are not. Will ChatGPT and all of the other machines out there get much better? Of course they will. But for most of us in business, this won't detract from the hope I've offered in this article. We can be more confident about what we're doing in content marketing because what we are doing is the real thing in real time. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, then please work on your karma and share this with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned today. Go out there and survive. Use it and make some serious money. Bucks, dough, moolah, coin, dosh, lolly, readies, smackers, earners, and bread and honey. Remember, I'm in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.